Hey everybody, welcome to another edition of Time About the Movies. It's January 19th, 1990. We got 5 movies to look at today, so let's go ahead and jump right on into it. We'll start with the biggest new release of the weekend, and probably the best movie overall of the weekend, and that's the cult classic, Kevin Bacon, Fred Ward, the sci-fi horror comedy classic, and that is Tremors. I mean, if you love the creature features of the 1950s and 60s, this is right up your alley, because this really is a loving homage to those movies with a modern twist and something that makes it so unique, so clever, so hilarious. I love this movie, man. Kevin Bacon, Fred Ward, they're working off each other very well. Michael Gross is in this movie. He's very good. So is Reba McEntire. It's just a fun movie. It's a fun, good time all around. Like, it's a fun horror comedy. It's a fun sci-fi comedy. The effects are actually pretty good for a movie with a small budget like this. It's just a ton of fun, man. And honestly, with the Tremors movies, these movies are so entertaining that no matter how silly they get with each passing film that comes out, each direct-to-video sequel, I still check them out. I still have a very good time watching them. Even the latest ones, the one with Shrieker Island with Michael Gross and John Heder, was a ton of fun. They're guilty pleasure movies for me, but the first movie is just a great movie all around. The direct-to-video sequels are fun guilty pleasures for what they are. I love them, man. I love the Tremors movies so much. But the first Tremors is a classic all around. Great movie. Need I say more? Okay, moving on to the next movie, and then that movie is Jessica Lange in Music Box. The most notable thing about this movie is that Jessica Lange was nominated for an Academy Award for this. But other than that, though, Music Box has kind of a good idea to it, but just a lack of execution. This is written by Joe Esterhaus, who would later become known for movies such as Basic Instinct and Showgirls. Irwin Winkler, the producer of Rocky, made this movie. Costa Gavras directed this film. He also did Betrayed, and I'm trying to see if he also did... Yeah, he did Missing. Okay, Missing with Jack Lemmon and Sissy Spacek. And this is not one of his better movies. It's got a good premise to it, but just the lack of execution. It feels like another one of those melodramatic movies that doesn't really work as well as I think it should. I guess the only thing that works about it are the performances by Jessica Lange and Armin Merrill Stahl and Frederick Forrest. I think they all did a pretty good job here, but that's pretty much all I got on this movie. It's mostly forgettable, and certainly Esterhaus would have better success, if you want to call it that, in the years to come, but we'll get to those movies when we get to those movies. So, on to the next film. Everybody Wins. That's literally the name of the title of the movie. Everybody Wins, but I don't think anybody wins with this movie. This is kind of a mediocre movie, despite a good cast. Deborah Winger, Nick Nolte, but pretty generic for the most part. A pretty generic thriller. Not really a good twist in it. Just kind of a forgettable movie. A lot of people never saw it. Came and went. That's all I've got on it. I mean, I wish I had more to say about it, but you never hear people talk about this movie, and there's probably a good reason why. So that's all I got to say on it. So on to the next film. Well, to be fair, this did come out when Christina Applegate was on Married with Children. She played Kelly Bundy, of course. But, I mean, it's not a bad idea. It's not a bad performance by her. But it's just not that good of a movie. I mean, it's kind of a generic film. I mean, it doesn't feel like it's trying to tell it anything important. It's just trying to be like a bait film. But, yeah, I got nothing on this one either. I mean, I've only seen like little bits and pieces of it. I thought Applegate was pretty good in that. I like Christina Applegate. I think she's a very good actress. But yeah, I got nothing on this one. This is just kind of like, okay, there's nothing really you can tell me about this movie, but anyway, moving on to the next movie. The first feature from this year's winner for Best Director, Jane Campion. And, honestly, one of her more forgettable movies. I think a lot of people don't really see a lot of what made Jane Campion work as an actor, as a director, later on down in her career with this movie. It's just kind of like, it's not a bad movie. I'm saying it like it's a really terrible movie, but it's not really a bad movie. It's just kind of like, it's there, but it doesn't really leave a lasting impact with you on anything compared to what Campion has done in the later years. Like movies like The Piano hold a lasting impact on you, and The Cut holds a lasting impact on people. The Power of the Dog holds a lasting impact on you, but this movie's just kind of like, okay, what else you got for me? I mean, it's like you're waiting for the next thing to come from this director, and she has done better works than this, but like I said, it's not a bad movie per se. It's just not one that I'm going to want to watch on multiple occasions again. Just like, okay, I'm glad to see where this director came from and what she's become now, but other than that, that's about it. That's all I got to say on that one. So, Sweetie from Jane Campion. So, with that said, that's going to wrap up another edition of Time About the Movies. Next time around, we'll look at January 26th, and unfortunately, it looks like it's only one movie again, and it's a movie that I don't know too much about. Strike It Rich. It's from Miramax. I don't know too much about it, but we're going to wait and see. So, thank you guys for watching, and as always, if you want to see more videos like this, check out the previous episode. Check out the playlist on the next page. I'll see you guys tomorrow for the next video, and until the next time I see you, take care. This feels like it's gone faster than usual, huh?